Combating the Wild is brought to you in part by Mossy Creek Game Calls, Spectre Shot, Jeb's Precision Chokes, HuntExchange.com, H&H Timber, and these other fine sponsors. Alright, well, welcome to the Turkeyologists, brought to you by Spectre Shot. You know, this week we've got a special show. We've got some good friends out in Arkansas that we met through a buddy of ours. And over the years we have become really close, and their season, their turkey season is really very short out there because their population is down due to flooding and predation and just bad hatches and everything. So their season, I think, is only 9 days long, and these boys love to turkey hunt, so they have an open invitation to come to Georgia, and they hopped in the truck, headed over here, and we're fixing to try to put them on some Georgia longbeards. The Turkeyologists are proud to associate with these fine companies. Did you shoot? Cool. Let him get past. Alright, Gordon. Well, you didn't accidentally hit a button on your remote to change the channel. This is still the Turkeyologist TV. We just wanted to show you a little bit of what we experience out there with these guys from Arkansas, and also to kind of showcase a little bit, you know, Spectre Shot, our title sponsor, they can lay down some long beards, but their waterfowl shells are second to none. I mean, they pack a punch, and you can see it with the feathers flying in that last duck hunting clip there. Good. Ow. They coming in with folks standing in the decoys. You ready? Yeah. Watch this. Yeah, I missed him. Yeah. We have a blast every time we go out there to Arkansas. You know, we go out there and we show them how the jibs, choke tubes, and the spectre shot work on ducks. But now they've hopped in the truck, they've come to Georgia, and we're fixing to show them how the jibs headhunter choke tube and the spectre shot white lightning works on a Georgia longbeard. Hi, my name is Corey New, and I'm spreading the word about a new membership-based hunt swap service called Hunt Exchange. Hunt Exchange is an online service that connects hunters across the country, allowing them to exchange hunts on their properties. Based on your hunting desires, Hunt Exchange will connect you to property owners who have the game and hunts you're looking for. Register now to find the hunt of your dreams at huntexchange.com. Hunt Exchange, the hunt you've imagined starts here.
When that next longbeard shows up, forget about all that praying and spraying. With a Jibs Headhunter choke tube, you can shoot with confidence. So you want to know why Combat in the Wild uses Mossy Creek game calls? Because of their attention to quality and the field-proven results. Offering a wide range of calls for any hunting situation. So if it's turkeys, duck, deer, or all the animals in between, Mossy Creek has got a call to fill your needs.
It ain't just a tie that gets you there, it's the man standing behind it. Call Daddy, Southside Time Break.
Don't just settle for any old shotgun shell. Load up with Spectre Shot's White Lightning on your next hunt, offering shells for your 20 or 12 gauge, and also introducing the brand new 3.5-inch shell for all the 12 gauge shooters out there. They're great for all hunters with a specially blended powder to reduce recoil, but still the knockdown power to drop that tom in his tracks. So you want to get the right shotgun shell? Load up with Spectre Shot's White Lightning.
This segment of the Turkeyologist is brought to you by Mossy Creek Game Calls, Bucks and Beard Scents, HuntExchange.com, and Jeb's Precision Chokes. Well, these hunts you're about to see are with Randy Pearson. He's the guy that owns the land where we go duck hunting in Arkansas, and they rolled into Georgia. I believe it was on a Friday night. You know, it was pretty late. They wanted to hit the bed. They were tired from their trip. But Mr. Randy and I had been to this property the year before, and we couldn't quite close the deal, but he knew how many longbeards were on this property, and that's exactly where he wanted to go the first morning. So we got up early, headed over to this property with high hopes.
Make a little soft call. I'm gonna make a little soft call.
Well, it started cracking daylight that first morning, and there was birds hammering everywhere. And we actually walked past birds that were gobbling to get to this one bird that I had scouted out for us. I knew exactly what he was going to do, and I think Mr. Randy was kind of surprised when we didn't set up. We could have set up perfect in this food plot, but I skirted around the edge of it and got down in the bottom because I knew he was going to skirt around the edge of that food plot, and I was sure hoping he'd do it again.
of the World has been insuring folks around here for more than 120 years, bringing peace of mind to thousands and paying out millions to their families. We were there for them when they needed us, and we'll be there for you too. For more information, contact your local representative. Woodmen of the World, with you through life.
You are a deer hunter, and you love new. New antler, new sunrises, new bucks. This ain't your granddaddy's scent company. There's something new in the woods. Bucks and beard scents.
When it comes to timber management, let Country Boys Logging handle your needs. Whether it is commercial timber services or habitat improvement, Country Boys Logging uses a wide variety of equipment and methods to ensure maximum profit. They also ensure a good, clean job when finished to create a good site for regenerated growth or replanting of new timber. For consultations or having your timber taken care of the right way, call Country Boys Logging. Smith Farm Supply is your one-stop shop for all your farming needs. Whether it's agriculture or taking care of wildlife, they have the products you need at the best price. Smith Farm Supply also carries trusted brands such as Pennington, AgFab, Purina Antler Max, and many more. Also providing custom fertilizer mixing and spreading services with use of their state-of-the-art equipment. And this will ensure you to have the best food plots this season.
Well, welcome back to the Turkeyologists. You know, we got around and got set up on this bird perfectly, and sure enough, he flew down and immediately came through the bottom, saw the strutter, and it's about to be over with. Mr. Randy is fixing to lay the smack down on his first Georgia longbeard. That's how it's supposed to work right there.
Yeah!
How about that?
You right! That was perfect. Couldn't have got any better.
Oh yeah.
I started to let him come on closer and get some more video.
He kind of got a little nervous right there, didn't he?
Well, he did, but I didn't think he was going anywhere, but I didn't want him to get too close. I'd blow his head off.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Brother? Yes! Can you believe that?
Oh man.
I thought, what turkey? He's gonna come over up there and come down, or he's gonna come around here.
Well, you know they never come through that food plot. That's the reason I wanted to skirt
You're
around
exactly
here
right.
and get in this bottom. Let's go see what it is. You may recognize Mr. Randy from when we did our Arkansas duck hunting show. He came down here. He's been down here a couple of times turkey hunting. We couldn't connect. I always came close, but what, you've been in Georgia for 13 hours?
Yeah. I hadn't been awake but about 3.
I know. But it all came together this morning. This bird came in. I mean, we set up within 100 yards of him. He came right to us like the decoy. Mr. Randy put the smack down on him.
It couldn't have worked any better.
Yeah.
This is how it's supposed to work. Textbook.
That's right. That's right.
He was great.
Well, it's early.
Corey, thanks a lot.
Congratulations.
Man. Well, this is the first one.
It is.
The morning's young, isn't it?
The morning joint. We're finna go get another one.
Let's go get it.
We just heard one gobble.
All right.
Well, after Mr. Randy killed that first bird, you know, it worked out perfect. Came right in, daylight, and he laid the hammer down on him. And I knew if we hung around, kind of let the woods settle down on that piece of property, there's so many birds, I knew there was one bound to start gobbling later in the morning.
This is your Turkeyologist tip of the week, brought to you by Spectre Shot. This week we're going to talk about turkey setup. A lot of times, first part of the season, before the season even comes in, I go into the area that I'm going to be hunting and listen for the turkeys. After the birds start gobbling on the roost, you kind of get a sense of where the roosting area is. I like to stay for a little while and listen for the birds gobbling on the ground to get kind of an idea of what their pattern is going to be come season time. After the season comes in, when it's time to hunt, go into the area, you hear the birds. I like to conservatively set up during the first part of the season just because the leaves on the tree are non-existent. They haven't bloomed out yet, so therefore, if you can see the bird, he can definitely see you. So I like to be conservative first part of the season and set up a good safe distance, I'd say 150, 200 yards away, depending on the terrain you're in. Once you've set up on the turkey off the roost and you set up a conservative 150, 200 yards early season, and you don't have any success, you've given yourself the opportunity, if the bird's working into a different area of the property, you have the opportunity to get up and move because you set up a safe distance starting off. Late season, I like to get extremely close to birds on the limb. The trees are in full bloom, you've got great cover, so therefore you can get extremely close to a bird. And you increase your chances tremendously getting within 100 yards of a bird just because he's going to fly down, hear that hen, the first one hit the ground, and you can kill him right off the roost that way. Going into late morning and evening hunts, what we like to do is go into areas that you know the turkey's been using and set up. You can look for signs, scratching, strut marks, and even dust bowls in the fields is great areas to key in on later morning and mid-afternoon hunts. Going into evening hunts, you know where the turkey's been roosting. You don't want to go in and bust up the flock late afternoon because you ruin your chances even for the next day. So what we like to do is go into the area they've been roosting and stay a safe distance away from it, just like you did your morning setup. And that way, if they come in to roost and they're not in your travel area, you at least didn't spook them for the next day hunt. This has been your Turkeyologist Tip of the Week, brought to you by Spectre Shot.
Hi, my name is Corey New, and I'm spreading the word about a new membership-based hunt swap service called Hunt Exchange. Hunt Exchange is an online service that connects hunters across the country, allowing them to exchange hunts on their properties. Based on your hunting desires, Hunt Exchange will connect you to property owners who have the game and hunts you're looking for. Register now to find the hunt of your dreams at huntexchange.com. Hunt Exchange, the hunt you've imagined starts here.
When that next long beard shows up, forget about all that praying and spraying. With a Jeb's Headhunter choke tube, you can shoot with confidence. Smith Farm Supply is your one-stop shop for all your farming needs. Whether it's agriculture or taking care of wildlife, they have the products you need at the best price. Smith Farm Supply also carries trusted brands such as Pennington, AgFab, Purina Antler Max, and many more. Also providing custom fertilizer mixing and spreading services with use of their state-of-the-art equipment. And this will ensure you to have the best food plots this season.
It ain't just a tie that gets you there, it's the man standing behind it. Call Daddy, Southside Time Break.
So you want to know why Combat in the Wild uses Mossy Creek game calls? Because of their attention to quality and the field-proven results. Offering a wide range of calls for any hunting situation. So if it's turkeys, duck, deer, or all the animals in between, Mossy Creek has got a call to fill your needs.
This segment of the Turkeyologist is brought to you by Smith Farm Supply, Woodman of the World, Country Boys Logging, and Southside Tire and Brake. Well, after Mr. Randy killed that first bird, you know, it worked out perfect. Came right in, daylight, and he laid the hammer down on him. And I knew if we hung around, kind of let the woods settle down on that piece of property, there's so many birds, I knew there was one bound to start gobbling later in the morning. And we hung around, walked around, had a few different setups, and we're coming up over a little ridge, and Mr. Randy got out his sweet little slate call, made a call, and one hammered, and it was on from there.
I think he's gonna come up here.
Well, this bird obviously had hens with him, because we sat there and sat there and sat there, and he would gobble every now and then, but he would just not break and come. Finally, after an hour and a half of sitting there, I see the hens coming up over the hill, and I know it's only a matter of time before he's right behind them. Well, the way these birds kind of have worked around us the whole time we've been sitting there, you know, they were so close we couldn't move on them. They were coming up through some thick stuff, so I knew the video wasn't going to be stellar, but we were going to make it work either way. Here they come. I'd say we had a good morning here in Georgia.
I think we had a great morning. I think turkey hunting in Georgia is kind of like duck hunting in Arkansas. They're everywhere.
I know. They were firing up the woods this morning. Killed one at daylight and then killed two more at what, 11:30?
11:30.
I mean,
they had seen us. Was a strange thing. And we were after another one. And after we finally saw them, it took us another 45 minutes to get them in me.
At least, but they came right back.
They did. They came right back. Worked perfect. Had some hens around us. Worked great to the call. They did a great job calling. And
2 in 1 shot.
Here we go. Yeah. Well, you know, you practice that every once in a while.
That's right.
Yeah, you believe it, don't you?
That's right.
No, that was great. Fantastic hunt.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Great hunt.
Well, you know, those birds came up in that thick stuff, and Mr. Randy was at a little bit different angle than me, and he did not see the bird that was behind that other one. But in Georgia, it's totally legal to kill all 3 of your birds in one day, and Mr. Randy has just tagged out in one day, killing a bird at daylight, and then about 3 hours later, killing 2 in one shot. I'd say that's a pretty good trip to Georgia. Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Turkeyologist, brought to you by Spectre Shot. You know, it's always a pleasure to have those guys from Arkansas come over here to Georgia, and we try to put them up and we try to feed them, and most importantly, get them on long beards here in Georgia. Make sure to go over to Facebook, give us a like, go to YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do a bi-monthly episode online. Also go to our website, combatinthewild.com. And we've got an online store on there. We've got some apparel. We've got 3 volumes of Turkeyologist DVDs that you can watch, you know, anytime you want to. But also stay tuned. Tune in next week, same time, same channel, as Anthony heads to Mississippi and Howard heads to Kansas. Tune in next week as Anthony and Howard take the show on the road to Mississippi and Kansas.
I get up before the dawn, grab a few calls and an old shotgun. Been waiting all winter for the spring to come. Headed out to an old honey hole just across from Gristmill Road. Gotta get up on that bridge before the sun. There's an old bird down there. Talk about battles we've had our share. And I can't wait to hear that drum singing me a springtime